Hi guys, my name is Jennifer Lopez and today I'm going to be discussing about using an 11 to 12 Explorer on the buckle of 30 and 29. So looking at the Explorer, there's different names for each little section. So this is the handle, this is the functional shank, terminal shank, and the working tip. And the way to find our modified pen grasp is we have to find the correct working side, and we want to use first the index finger and our thumb parallel, and we want it by the end of the handle, and then our ring finger, that one is on the beginning of the shank. Usually if you have larger hands, then it'll be a little bit more spaced back, and your ring finger would be right here in between the junction of the handle and the shank. And our fulcrum finger, or also the ring finger, is rested with this buddies, the middle finger, and this one is the stabilizer. You can imagine this is the ballerina's foot trying to stabilize. And then our pinky is just the little companion that follows all of these fingers around. So as you can see, my whole hand is all together like this, like if they were glued, and there's no holes or anything that will cause a splint. Another thing that we would want is for our fingers to have a light grasp, so somewhere where we could just take out and put back, something that they could easily grab. And we could tell if you have a hard grasp on the instrument if our fingers turn white like this. And to select the correct working end on the surface that we are working on, we want to take a look at the terminal shank. So if we're working on the distal of number 30, we could see how the terminal shank is parallel to the ending of the tooth right there by where the interproximal is at, and it is facing the same direction. If it was incorrect, let's say we were doing it this way, we see how the Explorer goes down and around the tooth. Another way we can tell if it's incorrect is by holding the Explorer, and we see like the functional shank, it is pointing towards the working tooth compared to the functional shank being opposite, resting on the opposing teeth. A fulcrum is used during instrumentation, and this is a stabilizer which provides strength and stability to the hand movements. And this is also very helpful for dental hygienists because we are always going to be doing the same repetitive movements, so this helps not overstress our hand muscles. What activates the lateral motion and the type of stroke that is being produced is by starting off with small oblique strokes, starting off from the midline and moving in a horizontal direction. So something that would look like is, let's say I am working on the buccal surface of number 30, moving distally. I grab my modified pen grasp, and I would start off right here. And I just start off right here, and I'd move down like this. I do like a movement where I'm spilling the cup, something sort of this. I'm spilling the cup, and then I'd grab my instrument and I'd roll it like this. And we roll it so we could go around the line angle. Let me show you again on number 29. So I would start off right here. I'd roll. I'd go down, roll, down, roll, down, roll, down, roll. And then once I'm here at the end stop of the interproximal and I can't go down around any further, I just end with vertical strokes. So let me show you again, but this side mesially. So I'd use this side and I'd go small strokes. To determine how small of a stroke we used, we start off with using about 1/3 of the leading tip, so it's a few millimeters, and we want it just to be a few millimeters so we could go all around and detect any irregularities, and we want to use overlapping small strokes. If we were to use a little more than 1/3 of the leading tip, it looks something like this, and we would have poked the patient, and it would cause discomfort to them. What activates the pivot so the instrument tip rotates around the line angle is the fulcrum finger and also our elbow. When we're working distally, moving distally, we start off with our elbow straight and we move down while fulcruming with the ring finger. When we're moving mesially, we want to fulcrum down, and our elbow that is down, we move it up straight. So we go down like this and up when it's mesially. So something that would represent it would be, so let's say I'm going distally, my elbow is straight. So I'd go down, pivot, roll, down, pivot, roll, down, pivot, roll, down, pivot, roll. So I'd end up with this. If I was moving mesially, let's start off number 29. I start off with my elbow down. So I'd be down, pivot, roll, down, pivot, roll, down, pivot, roll, and then down, pivot, roll. The role that the index and thumb play in rolling the instrument around the line angle is that it determines the direction in which working end we will turn, as well as it works along the line angle side. If we were working on number 30 and we want to roll, we do small rolls, and as you can see, it works around the tooth anatomy. So as you see that on number 29, you see how it rolls around. And if we do it mesially, it also goes around the shape of the tooth, so we don't injure the patient. What parallel means is a line that runs the same direction as another object. In this case, we want the terminal shank to be parallel to the tooth's distal surface. If we see it doing the opposite direction and it's not up and above, but it's down and around, then we could really damage the gingiva when we're moving distally. So when we have it this way, you see how it's up and above the tooth. This part of the shank, which is the terminal, is up and above. And mesially, if we're working mesially, it would look like this. It's going the same direction as the tooth. The way we explore interproximal spaces is by vertical strokes. Once we are in the interproximal space, either mesial or distal, and our explorer can't travel further around the line angle, we end up at a pit stop like this. We then do some vertical strokes like up and down, up and down, up and down. The goal of exploring is to understand what something will feel like, because we're unable to see a lot of the tooth anatomy due to the gums, because we are unable to see under the gum line. This helps us detect any calculus detection, any rough roots, surface irregularities, or furcation detection, as well as tooth anatomy observation. Learning how to do these movements helps us better ourselves and give better care to our patients. Thank you very much for watching this video and hope you enjoyed.